Let's talk about the books I'm hoping to read during the month of October. I want to try and keep it reasonable this month. I'm always overly ambitious and I feel like I want to keep it a little chill. I have a lot to do, okay? You can see the background. I still need to finish reorganizing my books. I want to have my read books on one side, unread on the other, and I'll probably find other books that I want to read like right now once I've done that. That's my thinking. Also, as always, I'm going to be doing my Read It and Haul It challenge. So that's a week where I'm like not knowing what I'm going to read. So let's plan the rest. First off, on Patreon, I made you vote and it was pretty tight. It was pretty tight. But you agreed with me and apparently I do need to start another fantasy series, which good call, good call. Honestly, it keeps me going, okay? I have no choice but to wake up every day because I have to wait for the next book in series. It's fine by me. So The Raven Scholar, this one came out earlier this year and I've seen it so much and I've been trying to avoid reading or seeing more fantasy series going around because I don't need to actually start more. But it has such positive reviews and I got sucked into the hype and I also want to read it and you agree, so it's fine. So in this game, the main character is a high scholar. Is that what she's called? Yes. And the emperor passed away and there was this competition and a bunch of really brilliant like warrior strategists are competing to replace him, but one of them is found, so she's sent there to try and investigate what happened. I really enjoy, or I have been enjoying, a lot of murder mystery and fantasy world. It's just such a fun combination. A lot of you said once I announced that I had found this at a used bookstore, how? Anyway, a lot of you told me that it takes a little while to get used to the style. I think the tone is like more funny than you expected. So now I've been warned. I'll be prepared for it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it to see if it is worth the hype, if I'm going to like it. And if so, then it's going to be another series that I need to eventually finish. But that's okay. I'm hoping it's going to be another 5-star because I found a couple recently and magical school or just magic in general in the fantasy world absolutely works for me. The one that didn't win, I still want to try and find time for it, and hopefully I will. And it is the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Anrix. When I announced that I also found this at a used bookstore, a lot of you told me that you didn't like it, which surprised me because I have read 4 of his books. I gave all 4-star. Really enjoyed them, would recommend them. I didn't think I was a big horror reader and he was changing my mind. And then I tried the Final Girl support group by him, couldn't finish it. So now I don't know what's going to happen with this one. You did give me a heads up that there's a like really intense essay scene, which I again did not expect from him, but now I'm warned, so I'm going to be able to go into it expecting it. And yeah, vampire book. He tends to write pretty like campy kind of horror books and I don't know what to expect. At this point, I just want to know. I want to see how I'm going to feel. In September, I've been reading a lot of cozy fantasy and I've mostly, you know, satisfied at craving, but I still like cozy but murder mystery. So we're going to go into this one. This is also a new release. This is Murder at the Gull's Nest. In this one, this woman in 1954 stopped receiving letters from her former novice. And in the last letter she had received, she had mentioned, I believe every one of us at Gull's Nest is concealing some kind of secret. So when she stops messaging, she goes to investigate. And I believe there's going to be a bunch of murder and, you know, kind of locked room murder mystery, something like that. Listen, I love a good murder mystery. And if you make it cozy, because it is in a seaside town, then I'm sold. The only thing that would have been better is the audiobook, because in my head there's going to be some kind of British accent. Which I feel like a lot of cozy murder mysteries always do. Either way, I'm going to be reading this, hopefully, in October. This one is high on my priority list, so it's definitely happening. I haven't been very lucky with psychological thrillers, the really popular ones, but I get sucked into the hype every time anyway. So we have this one. This is Kill for Me, Kill for You. I feel like the idea of like killing for someone else in order to try to get away with it, brilliant. But what caught my eye is that online it said that it was for the readers of The Silent Patient, which I hated. Okay, super popular. I hated it. But it also mentioned the readers of Gone Girl, which I adore. And I'm like, how is that possible? How is that mix possible? So I, again, got a heads up, which is like the best and worst part about posting videos online. Every time you talk about a book, people come out and tell you they loved it or hated it. And you just need to read it at this point because I don't know how I'm going to feel. I'm optimistic, but prepared for the worst. I don't know. I really feel like I like the idea of psychological thrillers, but when I get to them, it's so hit and miss, and like the popular ones are not necessarily the ones that work for me, but I don't know how else to find some. So if you have any good suggestions, please let me know. But yeah, I'll try that one. I've been going out of my way to try to find recommendations for horror books since, again, I'm trying to test if it is a genre for me or not. And I saw this one, and it is called Seed. And what really caught my eye is that everyone was saying that it actually made them feel uncomfortable, which I don't feel like happens to me that often. So I'll probably try to make it like extra creepy and like read it at night, you know, with just my little lamp and see if it does it for me or not. So in this one, the main character, when he was a boy, he ran away from his home because there was this kind of entity going after him. And then when he's older and he has a kid of his own, it starts happening again when he survives a car crash. So listen, I don't know if it's like possession. Is it like demon, ghost? I don't know. I don't care. I'm gonna try it. It's not super long, so I feel like this could be it. Basically, my goal in October is to find one more 5-star, so maybe. I've been wanting to read another book by this author. This is Death of the Author. And I had read her other trilogy. The books were really short, sci-fi, kind of alien vibes. And in this one, it seems like it's going to be completely different. In this one, the main character is under a lot of pressure from her family. They're Nigerian. They want her to get married, have babies, or at least, you know, go and study law or medicine. And she wants none of that. And after a string of bad luck, she loses her job and everything. She decides to write a book that is going to be just for her. And it's called, because it's like on the cover, which I thought was cool, Rusted Robots. And it's going to become quite popular, and it's obviously going to affect her life. So there's also that. We don't talk about this one, but this one is part of my pile of shame, Lost Gods. Honestly, I put it down for whatever reason, and it's been a little while now. And will I ever pick it up again? Probably, hopefully. I would like to start with these two because I have access to them right now from the library, and if I don't read them, I'm going to be screwed. So I do want to read The Silent Companions, which is like horror, historical fiction. The main character got married, is currently pregnant. Her husband passed away, and now she lives in this house with servants and the people in the town that don't really like her, don't really want to be under her. And I think she's going to be haunted. I'm not sure if it's ghost possession or anything, but I'll try it. And also The Eyes Are the Best Part, which I've heard so things about, but it was going everywhere last year and I didn't get around to reading it. And now it's time again. I have it, so I have to. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my spot on the waiting list. I'm probably not going to have time for it, but I do want to say that I'm hoping to read more fantasy. I've been mentioning this book so many times on so many TBRs, and I have yet to pick it up, so whatever. The nonfiction I'm currently reading is this one. This is One Day Everyone Will Always Have Been Against This, which the topic sounded really intriguing. It is a mixed like memoir and like opinion, and I do feel like there's a lot of back and forth. I'm currently like 40 pages in, so it's taking me a minute to get invested, but I do think he has a couple good quotes already, so I want to finish that one for sure, and I'll probably have time to start something else. But like I said, I'm reorganizing my bookshelf, so I feel like I'll probably see something that appeals to me. But there were some from last month that I did not get around to reading because, again, life has happened. But I have choices, okay? I have some good options. I just need to finish this one first and make a decision after. Honestly, there are so many other ones. Like, I still want to read this. I did have so many that I've mentioned in last month's TBR, and I didn't get around to reading them, but I'm trying to be somewhat reasonable for once. So we're going to leave it at that. That's enough. Especially because I haven't been listening to audiobooks at all, so I feel like I'm not listening or reading, finishing as many books as usual. So we're gonna keep the bar low, that way I can achieve it and be motivated. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll put more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in my next one very soon. Bye.